Hey guys, I'm back and I'm back with another animation throwdown upload. And yeah, this one's gonna be mainly random talk. We're gonna talk about some stuff in the game, stuff that's in there right now, and some that may be upcoming. Yeah, a few things upcoming. Uh, yeah, and I'm also gonna respond to some of my comments, and just there's a few questions asked in my uploads. Sometimes I'm very busy. I'm not the type of uploader to make daily uploads. So I only make uploads whenever I have the time. Sometimes I am too busy to reply to some of the comments. So what I'll do is if I'm asked a question or a comment asking about something about myself in game, I will just save it for random talks. Respond via uploads. But you know what? And I'm gonna do a couple arena, maybe one or two. I'm thinking maybe I should just do a separate arena battles. But at the same time, there are plenty of uploaders that do that daily. So watching arena battles all the time, yeah, I think that might tend to get boring. Coming from me. So I'll do maybe a couple. Right now, my energy is all gone, so I'll do a couple practice, and I'll explain why I do a lot of practice. I actually practice all the time. But let's get started with this. Let's talk about these bundles. Yeah, because we're getting bombarded with bundles all weekend, and it's funny how some of these bundles didn't appear when the new box showed up a day after. Yeah, it showed up the day after. Kind of sucks because I really could have used those bonus items. But let's take a look at this Mythic Hero bundle. Alright, this one comes with 750 giggity watts, 25 random hero tokens, 250 mythic stones, and epic or better, cards. Two of them. All right, the giggity watts. I think this is overpriced. 750 for 50 bucks. No, I think that's a no because that's too much. 100 for 100 is always the best one. And what I mean by 100 for 100 gems for 100 giggity watts. Best deal in this game currently, and anything less than that, yeah, it's kind of a ripoff. As far as the random hero tokens, it's random. You may end up getting a hero tokens of a hero that you have already at level 10, or some heroes that you don't even plan on leveling up. So that one, I think I'd stay away from the random hero tokens. As far as mythic stones, yeah, mythic cards are the craze right now because of that buff, that big buff they gave them. But you know what? I wouldn't straight up buy mythic stones. I buy gems anyways. So when they throw in the mythic stones with the gems, the mythic stones are kind of a bonus for me. But buying mythic stones just by themselves, I don't think I'll ever do that, and I would not buy this one. And especially the epic or better cards might end up, you have no clue what you'll get. You may get farmables, and that would be a total waste if you get any farmables, the free epic cards that you can get on your own. So I would definitely put my thumbs down and say no, pass this one over. And now Consuelo came back, and yeah, this is a way for you to unlock her, but at a high price, only 15 tokens, and you have to pay 10 US dollars for. I'd say, yeah, go ahead and do it once if you want to unlock Consuela, but if it's solely to level her up, I think money can be better spent elsewhere instead of leveling up Consuela. If this package came with 30 or 30 Consuela tokens, you know what? I may consider it, but only 15. As you know, once you get past that level 5 and you go into level 6, level 7, level 8, and level 9, and especially level 10, it requires a lot of tokens. And if you do the math, I don't think any hero in this game, either shop hero or the ones that are default heroes, are ever worth spending the amount that you'd have to spend to max them out at this price. So this one's a definitely no, unless you just want to unlock her. and that only costs $10 to unlock her. And the next one that they have, and this one's ending soon in about 12 hours. This is one I wish was here during that when Dancing with Girls box did show up. Unfortunately, they didn't have that, and I guess in a way is for them to maximize profit. Why put out something like this and let people purchase the gems without anything. I think that's a wrong way to do business. Though it may or may not, earn them more this way. But it really makes the actual paying customers, the ones that like myself that purchase gems all the time, kind of irritated and annoyed by the way they when they put these bundles out. Putting it out when they put out a new box, that's when you're supposed to do it, not the day after. This is a little bit shady, in a way, in a business sense, kind of shady to put it out the day after. Yeah, because they already know people already bought them. Does this make me want to buy it? Kind of no, because I already bought out the box. Well, I didn't buy it completely out, but I did buy all the, almost bought it out. So there's no sense for me to buy this now. It does come with Giggity Watts, does come with some random hero tokens and a legendary card. Again, this would have been nice when I was purchasing the gems, not after. Though maybe this will help some that are on the fence on whether or not to do opens on the box. I have no clue. But you know what? If I didn't open the box already, I'd say it's worth a buy. I'd say this is worth a buy because you do get something with the gems. Of course, the two other bundles that I think are better than this are the ones that come with the 500 mythic stones, and the one that are the mega. Yeah, the mega bundles, the ones that give you higher amount of gems for this price. At the same time, higher amount of Giggity Watts, higher amount of hero tokens, and higher amount of legendaries. Sometimes they give 2 legendary cards, and those bundles are used, like the last one I believe was around January, maybe New Year's or Christmas. Those are the ones I definitely think are the best ones. This one is not too bad. It just comes with extra stuff. So yeah, that's the bundles that's going on right now. And now I'm gonna go ahead and let me show you some stuff that's been, I guess, circulating as far as rumors of the next box. And let me get to this screen. And yeah, these are cards that actually will be in the next box. These are the pre-combos, and you know what? We're not gonna go too much into it because I am gonna do the overview once the box comes out. Cards come in that box on Thursday, but we're just gonna look. Just do a quick look. Roger Goes Down. This is a new combo created for this Platinum Record BG. This one is with you could create it with Nibbler and Roger. It's not too bad. Has that heal, heal. Has that jab. Has that bomb. Great stats, 11, and then that 46 HP is very nice. And then the legendary pre-combo, I Am Mona. This is one with Tina and Karaoke Khan creates that, and I believe Boys Forever is another musical item card that also creates this. It has that good skills on it, a high amount of leech, has that nice amount of craze at 8, great stats, 14 for attack, and then 46 HP. Very nice looking card, very nice. Man, makes me wonder if I'm gonna try to buy the box twice. It'll be the first time if I ever do. Yeah, this is looks like a card that I wouldn't mind having more than 2 quad fuse in my in my card deck. And this is just a Karaoke Con. This is an item card. I think a couple people were able to pull this one already. Does that cheer and then 3 shield. Very low HP. Yeah, 25. But it's just an item card, like Barbershop. And here's the other epic pre-combo. Arlen's Men's Choir. All right, this one, has that 9 payback in 6 motivate and then 11 leech. Great skills. As far as stats go, very nice attack at 16. But it has a very low 32 HP. So the HP is kind of like this. I guess the weakness of this card. Now, one thing I want to take note. I know I talked about Dances with Dogs, and was like, man, I don't know how to use that. What's the use of Dances with Dogs? There's no other King of the Hill musical units other than the musical cards that you create via combos. The Peggy and the Fart School, or Hank, or Bobby. You have to create combos in order to have musical unit cards. But this one right here is a King of the Hill, music card, and I think this is created with. I'm trying to think who's the one that creates this. It'll come to mind. Uh, this is one of Hank's friend. Zeus. I'm trying to remember the name. The one that's in the military, the barber in the military. But yeah, he slips my mind right now. The name of, but the reason why I'm talking about Dances with Dogs, because yeah, this one actually, it kind of makes sense. They kind of work together. Why? Because yeah, he'll get the shield from the BGE. He'll get about 6 shield. But if you have that Dances with Dogs out at the same time, this one is that Dances with Dogs will end up shielding him, this Arlen's Men's Choir, with 11 shield. And 11 shield plus 6 shield from the BGE, that's 17. That will help him negate damage, and it'll keep him alive. Because you really do, with this type of skill set that he has, you really want this card to stay alive. Because one, he'll keep he'll be taking out some cards with that payback in that high attack stat, plus that leech, plus his punch that he gets from the BGE will be 15. With that Dances with Dogs, you'll be able to keep this card up, and I think that's those two cards work well together. So that dogs Dances with Dogs will definitely be useful once this card does come out, especially if you. So I am actually thinking about getting my eighth one, because I did stop short at 7, so I might finish it off to get 8 of those Dances with Dogs, just so I could have something to pair up with this Arlen's Men's Choir. But yeah, these are pre combos that should be coming out in that next box on Thursday. Then they're pretty nice. And now also, before we stop talking about this and moving on, I like you to take a look at this Roger Goes Down. Look at the skill sets. Has that heal, has that jab, has that bomb. Then you take a look at Arlen's Men's Choir. Has that payback, has that 6, and has that leech. Now, if you switch that motivate, take it away from that card, give it to Rogers Goes Down, replace it with jab. All of a sudden, this card becomes I Like Beer, right? Yeah, similar stats. And then you go back to this, take that jab, give it to Arlen's Men's Choir, replace that jab with this motivate, or replace this motivate with that jab. All of a sudden, this is Krav Magna Dale, that fighter pre-combo. So, oh, whoa, I'm sitting here, whoa, that's very creative of the developers, just swapping one skill, make it look like it's a totally new card. Yeah, very lazy. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad. Actually, it makes them, I guess, somewhat unique. I guess one thing to note is that I Like Beer and Krav Magna Dale, they're both King of the Hill cards. So who knows? They just end up swapping the middle skill between the two. But yeah, let's go back into the game. Yeah, that's something to look forward to. Those that decided to skip the box, to skip Dances with Girls. Yeah, if you saved up your money and just end up going for the next box, that's nice, because those 3 pre-combos, as you saw, nothing in their skill sets ties them to traits or TV shows, so they will be good cards to throw into any other deck. But we'll go more in depth as far as doing an overview on those cards once that box does premiere. All right, now we're gonna move on and talk of. I'm gonna respond to some comments left in my uploads. And the first one I'm gonna respond to is Kindred. He did say, "Hey Jace, I want to buy a special deal. 800 gems on a box. Which box would you recommend for me to buy?" All right. It's tough for me to recommend any box to anyone, and the reason being is, I don't know what you have in your inventory, in your card deck, what type of card deck you're trying to build. If you're, are you going for mostly musical, to take advantage of this BG, or are you looking for cards that will be more universal, trait universal? What I mean is they will be able to be useful in most card decks, like Time for Hard Liquor right now is very useful. Even so Drunk is over, he's still useful right now during this musical BG because of the skill sets that he has. Same thing with I Like Beer. There's just certain cards that can be useful no matter what BG is going on. So that has to be, you have to figure out what you're after, because if you're looking at this box, just know that you have one pre-combo that is trait specific. I'm talking about the cheer. And then you have another card that is TV show specific, which requires you to have at least a couple that are part of this TV show King of the Hill for his shield to be to take advantage of that shield skill. But we do have only one pre-combo that can work with any card deck because he has skills that are not tied to a trait or a TV show, and that's Girls Being Girls. Those cards that I just showed, that should be in the next box, those are just like Girls Being Girls, have skill sets that don't tie it, that doesn't require you to have only musical cards. So that might be more more interesting or more appealing to do opens on that one. But I guess the general rule to follow, because you're only planning on doing special deals, especially the only the 3 pull, is that in the bottom you see it says 96. Each box contains 96 cards. Each card a total of 8. So doing a 3 pull, it's a small fraction of the cards, the total cards that's in the box. So you run the risk of getting anything, and when you run the risk of getting anything, it has to be a box that you're gonna accept whatever it ends up giving you. You may get lucky, you may not. In my upload of this box right here, my first upload, the one where I did the 20k open, I did one single pull before I did the specials, and I end up getting Red Rodriguez 2 Real. So that's a lot of luck. But then you could, if you continued watching it, I did my special, the 3-pack special, and I end up getting the last 3 of these terrible 4s. So that's the risk you can run into. Are you going to be happy, or are you going to be okay if you end up getting Roller Derby Haley, Disco Murder Mystery, or Robot Santa? Or will it get you, will it get you upset enough where you throw your phone against the wall and uninstall this app? That's the question you have to ask yourself whenever you look at a box. Are you okay with whatever you get in there? Because if you're okay with whatever you get, then by all means do the open. But if you're not satisfied with, especially the terrible 4, because a lot of times you end up getting these. Sometimes you'll get lucky, get all legendaries. Sometimes get the epic pre-combos. But for the most part, a lot of these, the bottom 4 show up during those special deals. So you know what? If you're liking this box, I would suggest for you to wait until Monday. Another box does show up. Sometimes has nothing to do with the music, the BGE. Sometimes it's something, a different trait, like armed, fighter, disguised. They have different boxes that show up on Monday. Take a look at that box. Maybe that one will be more. You'll be more interested in that. You won't mind so much of whatever card you get in that. Maybe that's the one you go for. But because if you have any doubts of any cards in here, yeah, I would definitely not do a open. Yeah, it's uh, that's my advice to you. You know, that's my advice and my answer to your question. Yeah, it has to be a box that you're okay with. You know, regardless of what you get. Now, I guess the next question or the next comment I'm gonna respond to is Javier Chavez. He did ask, you know, which card do I have that I consider the best card so far? You know, in my collection. You know, there's a lot of great cards. You know, a lot of cards that I'm loving right now with this musical BG. You know, I'm loving Heavy Metal Haley. You know, I'm loving Opera Francine, performing great. So far, Red Rodriguez, I'm kind of scared to put him out there because that low HP that he has and all those fist, you know, punches flying all around. So I haven't really tested him out. Plus, I only have him at 4 quad fuse. Super Dance Squad has been, you know, very reliable in situations. You know, like if I am able to throw him down first, almost guaranteed I'm gonna win the match. I'm loving his performance, the performance of Super Dance Squad, but of course there are some limitations to him as far as placement. I got 3 of them. Obviously, I think it's a great card. But you know what, I'd say right now my best card, right in my inventory, has to be Time for Hard Liquor. With the Drunk BGE being over, it amazes me how useful this card is, and that's mainly because the skill sets that he has are excellent. They're outstanding. You know, that Motivate 7, that Cripple all 5, and then that Craze 7. He has that high HP. Really a card that is worth having in every, you know, everybody should have this card in their collection. Very, very nice, you know, pre-combo, and he's actually my favorite right now, and the best one I think I have out of all my cards. So that's my answer to Javier, you know, Chavez. So the next one that I'm going to respond to is I can't pronounce your name, buddy. It's in Russian, but he did comment about Dances with Dogs. Called it said it was a good card. And so I don't know whether he's commenting because of what I said during my overview of it. I guess I want to say, I guess my response to that, or my reply to that, is yes, it's a good card. You know, I think it has its uses, especially when the new box comes out in that pre-combo that's a King of the Hill. This card will be, they're almost going to be needed to be paired together, you know, to keep that, you know, that Arlen's men's choir alive. You know, and if he can keep that card alive, it'll be awesome, because that card does offer Motivate, has that good payback and leech to it, and a high attack stat. So this one, though, it's just going to be tanky and just be around, you know, try to stay alive as long as they can to protect that card. So in a way, I'll say it's a good card. I won't say it's terrible. I won't say it's great, but I'll say it's a pretty decent card. It's just I was more hesitant on saying the reason why I'm saying it's only great, because even so I'm saying he's going to be useful because of that new card coming out. That's the only one that he'll be able to that'll be benefiting from him. On top of that, what made and he's almost identical. This Dances with Dogs is almost identical to Trash Can Drunk, and what made Trash Can Drunk very special is that, you know, of course the skills, but especially that gas, because Trash Can Drunk is a very tanky card. But what helped Trash Can Drunk take those cards out was because of the gas that it had. This card unfortunately doesn't have that gas. If it had that gas, yeah, then this Dances with Dogs would definitely be considered great. But yeah, I guess that's my response to that. It is a good card. Yeah, it is a good card. Especially, you know, once next box comes out, we'll definitely see how great it is. All right, the next comment that I'm gonna reply to is from you know, iMatty. Yeah, iMatty did ask me. He said, "Hey, make a deck with no pre-combos, please, and do a video on it." Well, I'm Maddie. I would love to do an upload like that. Actually, I used to do it before I started buying out boxes, before I decided to invest into this game. Uh, I did run I was free to play, so I all I ran was cards that were farmable, and I did only do special deals, like 3 packs. Never did a 10 pack, so I played around with cards that I had at the time, and I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed making combos more than I play now. Uh, the only satisfaction I get now is just winning. But as far as having fun because of the game mechanics of it, not so much, because I just lay down cards, here, lay down another card, lay down another card. While when you're creating combos, you have that decision making. You're more of deciding which combo you want to make. Being excited when that desperation of waiting for the right character or the right item to show up in the next draw. And when it shows up, you're excited, and then you get the disappointment when you're sitting there waiting. It's just it's more suspenseful, and it adds to the fun of playing this game. Unfortunately, while I scroll through my inventory, you can see right here I don't have a lot of item or character cards leveled up. A lot of them are still at level 1. Yeah, not even fused. And that's one of the reasons why I can't do that type of upload right now. When I get Giggity Watts, I have two choices: either upgrade my pre-combos that I just acquired, or old ones that I've had sitting here. As you see, I got Freezer Burn. I haven't even upgraded or leveled them up yet. So I do have a lot of pre-combos that I still requires the Giggity Watts. So when I get chances of Hank getting leveled up are pretty slim. It'll be a while. It'll be a long time before I can start working on my item and character, cards. So until then, I can't do any uploads for you. I wish I could. I really do. I have to make the decision when I get the Giggity Watts. Do I want the pre-combo leveled up or the item or character card? Which card will give me an immediate improvement, in performance and competitiveness, in this game? And obviously, it's gonna go to the pre-combos. They're the ones that actually will. I'll see major improvements compared to having to level up combo and item cards. I usually dwell into the top 25 in Secret Fight Club. Cards that I face, yeah, it's pre-combos all day. Full decks of quad fuse pre-combos. And sometimes you can't afford to miss a turn, because missing a turn or two, yeah, it's pretty much over. The match will be over for you. So yeah, if you ever go into the top 10 or top 15, you'll notice how tough it is to face those full pre-combo card decks without having your own set of pre-combo card decks. But I'm hoping maybe if they do make any changes in the game, maybe it'll allow you the ability to use more combo cards, create more combos, with item cards and character cards. But that's my reply and my answer to iMatty. I wish I could, man. Really do. But right now I can't. Now, what are we gonna do next? Yeah, because we're going into the 28 minutes. Looks like this is gonna be another 48-minute upload. Well, you know what? Let's go do like maybe 1 or 2 practice, because I don't have any energy. And let's turn this down a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do practice. Reason being why I'm gonna do practice instead of a real match. Well, I wanted to say, if there was one advice I can give you guys when it comes to arena, because I can't tell you guys what cards to lay out, how to play your play, because you have your own set of cards. But I will give you guys some advice and a tip to constantly practice. I say that because we acquire new cards all the time. we do. Especially if you do a lot of box opens, you get new cards. You know, new BG comes. All of a sudden, you have to play differently. How the heck are you gonna figure out how you're supposed to play unless you practice? You know, practicing helps you out determining which order or which cards to lay out. Because when you play, when you're playing, when you're practicing or playing, doing a card battle, it's not all about laying one card to go against the other card. Though, they both attack each other directly, it's more of setting up the next five cards. You lay down the first card, and then knowing which card you should be able to lay down next, and then the third card, the fourth card. It's almost like you're setting up, almost like playing any type of card game. Playing poker. You really want to be able to. You're anticipating how you're gonna end the match. Example: if I have Super Dance Squad, you know what? I usually lay that down, and with a card that has Motivate, so I could build up that Super Dance Squad's craze, and then afterwards I'll throw in a puncher right after Heavy Metal Haley or Gas Class, so I could work on damaging whatever card that's there. To build, I guess, to build some damage over time. But what I'm trying to say is, the only way you figure that out is if you do some practice. Doing real time battle, you're basically jumping into a match not even ready, especially when you just acquire new cards. You have to test them out. You have to see how they work, which cards you should put next to each other, and especially when you're facing an opponent with new cards too, you have to know whether or not, all right, I can't lay down this card because chances they might end up throwing down another card that will that will end up in a loss. You end up facing. You have to anticipate the opponent at the same time. You have to be able to set up your cards where you have the best possible win. The outcome will most likely become a win for you, and not a defeat. I know that some people will say that practice, the AI difficulty is a lot different than a real match. I will disagree with that. I haven't noticed anything different from practice and real matches. I think I guess a lot of people, they end up thinking, I guess the way you think of a practice, the way you feel, the way you play will be a lot different than a real match, because when you're practicing, there is no risk of losing any trophies. Of course, when you practice, you end up defeating. It is nothing to you, so you just keep practicing. But when you're actually doing a real match and you get beat and you get that negative trophies, yeah, it's definitely gonna be serious, more serious than it is practice. Practice, there's no fear. When you're doing a real battle and you're at risk of losing, yeah, it becomes more difficult, more pressure. I guess the difficulty added is the pressure of losing the trophies, dropping in rank. But yeah, let's get started now. Yeah, did too much talking. I made the upload a lot longer, and we're going against Kevin's. I think he's from DT, Dire Tide, or maybe Unity, I forget. Yep, Dire Tide, and let's see what he has. I think he's in the top 10. This guy's in the top 10. All right. We didn't get anything good in our 5-card draw, and I really don't know what card to lay down. But I will put DJ Buttercup. Mainly, actually, I won't put that down. We will put Drunk at the Clan. And then we will put Hail Science. And then we will put Time for Hard Liquor. Alright. he's gone. And then, yeah, we're gonna end up losing this one. That sucks. And you know what? Let's put I like beer. Yep, that is pretty bad. And put this down. Alright, let's just take this loss. Yeah, this guy's in a... I didn't get good cards from the start, and yeah, his guy's in the top 10. Yeah, very difficult to face that guy. Alright, next one will go against Death by Snoo Snoo. I think also from Dire Tide. Yeah, man. I tell you, it's tough to go against these guys. Yeah, you gotta have the right cards laid out, and that I didn't have the right cards. I think even if you do have the right cards, it still ends up resulting in a lot of losses. I think I mentioned before that yeah, I tend to lose all the time, and yeah, maybe this guy is trying to create that Roger goes down. Let's put time for hard liquor. Wow, that's his third time for hard liquor that showed up. Let's put Hail Science, get the cripple all four going. So that's what he tried to create the combo with Nibbler. But as you saw there, yeah, the risk of putting character or item cards in your card deck during the battle, yeah, it tends to lead to a loss. And let's we can put down anything here and just end this. I was pretty sure Death by Snootu was in Dire Tide. I guess he's in Unity now. Alright, and Jimmy XXL. Let's go ahead and face him. And this will probably be the last one, or maybe we'll do one more, depending on how long this one ends up. And it's Jimmy XXL from NWO. Alright, and again, we didn't get anything good in this one. No good at all. Let's put Castanet, Bobby. Let's put Castanet again. And then next one we'll put this girls being girls. And then we will actually let's put this Red Rodriguez. And this is and let's go put the dance squad. And let's put a heavy metal Haley. Alright, and this one, let's put Super Dance Squad here. Let's fast forward this. Let's hurry up and get our loss. Yeah, because this makes... I had a bad draw from the start. Oh, wow. I'm still alive. I'm surprised. All right. Still alive. All right, you know what? I only have 8 cards left, and I end up winning. Oh, I didn't even think I'd win this one. Yeah, I end up winning. Yeah, because Super Dance Squad. Yeah, I thought we were gonna lose. Alright, man, that was a lot of cards drawn. But I end up winning regardless. And yeah, we're already past that 42, so we are definitely gonna end this now. But yeah, yeah, I ends up getting. I always end up with these 40-minute uploads. But yeah, that was a pretty nuts. You know, that last match, and then I did skip and fast forward a couple times, so that match would have lasted a long time. Yeah, if I would have just watched, you know, went through it and watched it all. But yeah, let me end this. Actually, you know what? We're already past the 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and do this. You guys are still here, and I still need to do this. So let's do this 75K opening. And I wish I could fast forward this, but let's see how many gigawatts and what I end up getting in this this opens. Because I do need to upgrade the rest of that that opera. Well, not opera, but Hail Science. Want to get that second quad fuse card up and running. Getting a lot of great comments. Yeah, a lot of them. It would be nice to see some giggity watts. There, finally. Wow, a lot of grace. That is there's a string of giggity watts. Alright, waiting for the rares to show up, and there they are. Yeah, all these giggity watts, 5 each. Alright, and 2 epics, Leela and Planet Express ship. Alright, cool. Not bad for an open. So yeah, I'm gonna end this now. To my subscribers, old, new, and current. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the views. Hopefully you guys are still awake if you watched this whole entire upload. Yeah, 45 minutes. What the heck is this? 1 hour long TV show? Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, and I apologize for that. I really gotta work on making these uploads a lot shorter. Maybe break it up into break it up to smaller ones. But yeah, yeah, I'll see you guys again in my next upload. All right, guys.